Hello and welcome to our video about how can I prove two lines are parallel or perpendicular. So how can I prove lines are parallel or perpendicular? So first we need to remember our angle relationship. So first of all, we have vertical angles right here. They are always congruent, always the same. Next, we have adjacent linear angles. The picture's right here. Remember, those are two angles that are right next to each other. They make this line. And they always add up to 180 degrees. Finally, we have corresponding angles. These are really the only new ones that we had. But they are congruent only if the lines are parallel. So if these lines are parallel, these angles would be congruent, and so on and so forth. So how can we tell if two lines are parallel? So if corresponding angles are congruent, the lines are parallel. Just like we knew if lines are parallel, the corresponding angles would be congruent. So which set of angles being congruent would prove that lines J, K, and MO are parallel? So we're trying to prove that they are parallel. That little symbol with the two up-down lines means that they're parallel. Okay, so let's talk about this. I know from what we have talked about that this angle right here and this angle right here would be congruent because they're vertical angles. And if these are parallel lines, then this angle here, because it is a corresponding angle with this angle up here, and this angle here would be corresponding. So then those two would also be congruent angles. And I also know if these are parallel, then this angle here and this angle here, those we know would be congruent because they're vertical. But then the corresponding angles to them would also be congruent. So you see I sort of colored this in like I did on the board. So to know that these are congruent, I have to know that one angle from each set. So we talked about these sort of as sets, right? So we've got this set of angles right here on this line, and this set of angles on this line. So I need one angle from each set. So I could say that angle IKL, which is IKL, that's that angle, and angle ONK, which is this angle, ONK. If those two angles are congruent, then I know the lines are parallel. I could use any set of corresponding angles. So any set of corresponding angles would tell us. Or remember, we also have the different sets. So I could know any of the green angles together, any of the yellow angles together would prove that those lines are parallel. Okay. Well, what if I want to prove two lines are perpendicular? What information would prove that line Z, this line, and line Y are perpendicular? Well, knowing angle A and angle D are congruent does not help me. They are, but angle A is right here and angle D have to be. They're vertical angles. But if I know that, let's say, angles F and E, angle F and angle E equal 90 degrees, or if I know angle C and angle B equal 90 degrees, or if I know angle A equals 90 degrees, Or if I know angle D equals 90 degrees. All those things would tell me they're perpendicular. Anything else, not really so much. So, I hope this makes sense to you, and we're going to talk about it some more in class. And please see me with any questions.